Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. Please do the roll call.
John,
Here.
Philip,
Absent.
Donald,
Absent.
Heather. Here. Chris,
Here.
Jim,
Here.
Marita.
Absent. Okay. Do we have any amendments to the agenda for today's meeting? Hearing none, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do we have any amendments to the minutes from the previous meeting? Hearing none, do you have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Do you have any public comments that are unrelated to today's agenda items? Hearing none, we'll move on. We have nothing on the consent calendar. We have two public hearing items. A recommendation to the Borough Assembly regarding an application from Dave Omer to purchase borough-owned properties at 805 and 807 Hagen Drive. Do we have any public testimony?
Hi, everybody. I've come just to explain what my thoughts are and also to ask for your support and a recommendation to the city or to the borough that they would negotiate with me to buy these lots. That we've gone through the process of going to the borough heads and they have found no governmental use for them. So I believe that the city has no use for them and it would be a good thing to put them on the tax rolls and also provide some additional housing. My plan would be to build rental housing on those properties. I've got a record of building sound, safe, affordable housing for people. And I'd like to continue helping the city with the crisis that we currently have. Just for a little context, last weekend I offered two places. I just built a place up on 2nd Street and offered it for rent. In 4 hours, I had 19 calls and I stopped the advertisements. And I'm in the process of negotiating and getting those set up. 2 months ago, I had two other places that were available. In 6 hours, I had 27 calls. In 2 days, I had 15 completed applications. And that's the way it is. The worst part about being in this, doing this kind of stuff is you get all these wonderful people with all these needs and they're all real and in some cases desperate. And there's just not anywhere near enough housing in town. Real examples, real people. On the ones I've just advertised, people in the hospital, officers in the Coast Guard, borough workers, teachers and maintenance workers that don't have place to stay, people in the retail stores, you must know, truck drivers for construction companies, women in abusive homes, and I could go on and on and on. And you know, you hear people that are living in moldy trailers, that are living with family, that want to get out and move, and you hear people that are just, it's like, if I don't find a place, I'm going to leave town. And so there's a desperate need, and I want to be a part of the solutions. I think these lots can be a part of the solution, and buying houses for young people in this town right now with the interest rates the way they are, that's hard. So rental housing is a real part of the solution, and I hope you guys will agree that there's a need, that these lots would fit into that need, and recommend to the borough that they negotiate with me. I'm not asking for any special deals, nothing, just would like to have access to these lots. My plan has been to try to find lots that are in the city proper where you can walk to Hammers, you can walk to church, you can walk to the school, you can walk to downtown, you can walk to work. There's a lot of people that live without cars in this town and need places that are accessible. These are some of the few lots that are available in town to be able to do such things. So there's going to be high development costs in these lots, but I would love to have the opportunity to keep trying to help.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Question, Mr. Owens.
Yes,
Dave, I have a question for you.
please.
Single family or duplexes?
Yeah, the only way you can make them cost effective is a duplex. I'm able on a 100 by 50 lot, get a 28 by 58 place in there. So they've got over 800 square feet, very comfortable. I've done it on Joa and very comfortable places. People seem very satisfied and I can do them at a cost effective rate. Rental prices in Petersburg are getting a little out of control. I mean, I have been shocked and by what's happening, and so I keep trying to do them as cost effective as possible and keep people living in Petersburg.
Thank you, Dave.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Mary Clemens, and I'm here to comment on my comments are my own. I'm here to comment about the properties on Hagen there, the 01006, 320, and 321. I live at 804 Fram, so that's 2 streets away from the proposed area. But I have to say, when I got the letter in the mail about this proposal, my heart just sank for Otis and Diane Marsh, because that is where the lots back up to their place. And they are the most, if not, well, one of 2 most impacted by the hospital construction at this time. I mean, their whole property feeling has been completely changed with hospital construction. My property has too, but not to the extent as theirs has. And so I just want to say that, so that the hospital's on one side, they have a neighbor on one side in the street, and then this is the 4th side of their house. And to have that also at this time developed and construction there, it just doesn't seem like it's the right time. That it's been probably, I'm trying to remember, almost 2 years since they've been impacted with the hospital construction. Starting with the dump trucks and the blasting, and now the road construction. And that's not going to end with the finality of this work building. If the hospital's in built, it's still going to be construction in that area. That's going to be ongoing. And now to have their one side of their house that doesn't have something on it to be constructed, it just seems like a lot for one residence. I know it's common for people to move into a place and want their neighborhood to stay exactly the same. And I'm not naive. I know that doesn't happen. This is the real world. We have more houses going up everywhere at once. And I understand that, and that's good. I understand there's a housing crisis in Petersburg. I support the land becoming more available for new housing. I do support that. I just feel that this place at this time is not the right spot. It would help with housing. If you had 2 or 4 rental units, it would definitely help. It's not going to solve the problem. And I just feel that it is too much impact on one residence at this time. So I'm asking you not to recommend it. Thank you.
Yes, please step up and state your name.
Hi, I'm Gary Alba, and I'm here for myself. Is it all right to ask a couple questions? I just wanted to ask Dave, where are the utilities right now for those lots? Are they under the main street?
I've checked with Chris Cotta, and we've got to come over the main water line. So there's a big cost, like there was for the Clinton Ida lot, of going over the main water line, revetting it, doing all of that. And sewer, they believe, although Carl told me he doesn't really trust the maps.
Right,
Sewer, they believe, is close by, and water is available. So
all along
all along Howard.
Haugen on that side of it?
Yeah.
Okay, and so is that where the driveways would be? Right,
Driveway would be off Howard.
right off of Haugen?
My hope is a single driveway off Howard that could get covered
Mhm.
both lots.
Okay. That's pretty much all I wanted to know. Thanks.
Thank you. Any further public testimony? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
I move to recommend to the Borough Assembly that lots 5 and 6, block 78 Southeast Addition subdivision be approved for sale along with the findings of fact and the report as presented.
Discussion.
I hear what you say. We had a similar issue recently with the Johnson thing. It's like, anybody can purchase these lands. The person that lives there has the option also to purchase the lands. And I understand what you're saying about it, but I also, one of the reasons why the new hospital is being built there is because it was close to utilities. It made it more affordable. This is also probably why Dave chose this spot, because it is closer to utilities, so the expense on his part is going to be less. And honestly, it's not the most ideal for people wanting, because I live on a main street. But, here we are having someone who wants to invest in the future, and I don't have a really good reason to go against that.
I know it's been causing real issues in town for hiring. School districts is running into this problem because of the lack of rentals. And it's making it hard for them to get people who want to move here to take jobs because of the fact that there's not enough rentals. So, I mean, that's, anybody who's willing to help solve that problem, I think will help the community in a major way. So. Further comments?
I agree, there's a need. I do agree, there's a need.
Yes. Okay. Please do the roll call.
Chris,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Okay. Our next is consideration of an application from Lisa and Brian Haas for a variance from the front yard setback requirement to allow for construction of a pole barn within 5 feet of the property line at 782 Mitkoff Highway. Do you have any public testimony?
Hi, thank you for hearing us today. My name's Lisa Haas, and this is my husband, Brian. And our request is to build a boat shed. So on the pilings that are already existing, what we'd like to do is put a top on it. We're getting older. It's a little harder to cover the boat. Our idea is to be able to pull it in there right off the road. If you looked at the map, you'll see that the road, the right-of-way is fairly large there. It looks like maybe they had a right-of-way that was then kind of modified a little bit when the road went in. So there's quite a wide area. You've probably seen our driveway if you go out the road. We're on the right-hand side just past Twin Creek. So you'll see the driveway comes off. The pilings are there and the boat shed would be built. It's not visible as you're coming up that road, so it wouldn't be a negative eyesore or anything like that. And we're happy to answer any questions.
How far is the property line off the road?
Well, I have a plat if that's helpful. Rick Braun did the survey for us. Are you gonna be able to tell? I have a picture of it if that helps.
That probably would help.
I actually took some pictures with my phone, if that's okay. Would you like me to show it to you? Do you guys want to?
I have not seen the property, so.
I drive by it pretty much every time I come to town, so. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Well, 2 years ago when we covered it, Brian and I did it, and I would say we process. So we had a little bit of a mess and then. Is it okay to show you my? So this is like where you come up the
Yep.
S curves, and this is our driveway. And,
Oh, okay, so it's a ways off the road. That's what I was curious
Yeah.
about. Okay.
It's quite a ways off the road.
Yeah.
When I
Yeah.
drive by it, I feel like and you're right, it is a very big right of way along that stretch of road.
yeah, it feels, in fact, we were surprised to see that the actual, when Rick showed us where the survey is, that was an issue.
Are we going?
They've been there a while. it
This may
seems.
help.
I remember
That's coming
was
up
quite a
when
few
you
years
were
ago when they
walking
were put
up
in.
there.
Mhm.
then you can see it off to the right
Okay.
eventually.
Oh, where the pilings are.
Really, personally, I don't really see them until I'm abreast of them. And
Yeah.
So I,
it is a big right away.
I, thank you. I appreciate that. So
Yeah.
in my mind, it's 5 feet off the road. I'm like, that's not very much, but that,
It's-
I would say from the pictures, it's quite a ways off.
There's a wide right of way there.
Yeah.
Here's a wide right of way. So that you know, we just learned today that the plat that was done on it, it looks like the consolidated lots were not turned in time for you. We just found out today that that needed to happen. Yeah, it just wasn't a totally transparent thing for us. So our communication problem, and we apologize, but you'll have another thing in front of you. But what we're trying to say is we're actually, that little skinny lot that's in the front is getting combined with the lot that we own right behind it and with our residents, so that it will be a conforming structure.
Oh, I see.
See what I mean? All those lots are getting combined, and we've got a,
GL 17 is going to combine with
18.
GL 18.
18 and 28.
GL 17 and 18 is just.
Second, I gotta skip back to it.
18 and
This-
28.
This lot line's going away and that lot line's going away, so it'll all be
Okay.
one
Oh,
big
this lot
lot.
line.
yeah, exactly.
This one stays.
Oh, okay.
This one
So this
goes
is-
away,
Yeah.
and this one goes away. So
That's
that
right.
all becomes one
Yeah,
big
he's-
lot.
Right,
he's
thank
got
you.
it. He's got it. I've got it.
Here it
It's in the packet.
Yeah, I've got it here too, if
I
that's
was looking
helpful.
at this.
And so we do have a building permit pending. And we have materials ready to build. And would love to be able to go forward with it.
More importantly, we've got a contractor
Somebody that's,
at the bit.
Yeah,
that's ready to build it, if, with your approval.
thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have a motion?
I move to approve the application for variance from the front yard setback requirements to allow for construction of a boat shed on government lot 28, along with the findings of fact and conditions of approval as presented.
Second.
Discussion?
I appreciate you gave me a better picture.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Helped me a lot. So,
I have no problem with it because it is tucked way off from the road as the road is built. And I do know that that is a huge right of way.
Any other discussion? Please do the roll call.
Jim,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
John,
yes.
Okay. Non-agenda items. Do we have any commissioner comments? Hearing none. Liz, any staff comments?
Two things. One is we do have agenda items for August, so we will be having a meeting. Secondly, there were additional scam emails sent to the applicants from last time. And so again, if you hear anyone talking about receiving emails, we do not request money be wired to the borough. We do not request additional money after application fee's been paid. And just want to get that information out. We are in the process of redesigning our applications. You'll note that the applications here have all personal information redacted from them. And we'll be doing that until we redesign the applications to make sure that that information isn't included in the packets in the future.
Thank you.
Yep.
Our next meeting is August 12th at noon. Any idea who's going to be here? I should be here.
I'll probably be in town. I'll try to make it.
Maybe.
Okay. So hopefully we have a few more just to make sure we have a quorum.
Yeah. It'll be.
All right.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.